How could the UK become the Silicon Valley of AI and robotics? Sounds a bit like wishful thinking, but bear with me, because I am going to look at exactly what the UK would need to do to make it happen while staying within the rules of the World Trade Organization and the Brexit Agreement. Some of the suggestions are controversial, some may be challenged by our international competitors, and some of them will be domestically unpopular. But as I set out in my last video, the potential benefits of AI are probably a game changer for Britain's welfare, public services and security. Britain needs to position itself advantageously to benefit. So here's the challenge. The UK has to boost its AI and robotics sector without breaking global trade rules or violating its agreements with the EU. First up, regulatory flexibility. After Brexit, the UK isn't bound by EU red tape. This means it can create an AI sandbox, essentially a controlled, real-world testing environment where companies can experiment with new AI technologies without being hindered by the strict and often slow-moving regulatory processes typical of larger bureaucratic bodies like the EU. In an AI sandbox, companies could test everything from driverless cars to healthcare diagnostics tools and cutting-edge robotics to AI-driven financial algorithms, all without the need to meet the full suite of regulatory requirements typically demanded before launch. The idea is to create a safe space where innovative AI systems can be tested in real-world conditions, while regulators monitor and evaluate potential risks. By providing companies with a more dynamic, pro-innovation regulatory environment, the UK can attract global AI developers and big tech firms looking for a more flexible, less restrictive space to trial their technologies. Next up, intellectual property and data access. When it comes to AI, data is key. The more data AI algorithms have to learn from, the smarter and more effective they become. The UK has a unique opportunity to leverage its vast public data sets to attract AI companies and drive innovation. This data can and must be altered so that individuals cannot be identified while still allowing the data to be useful for analysis or AI training. By granting AI firms access to anonymized public data sets, particularly from sources like the NHS, the UK can create a powerful data advantage that few other countries can match. This approach would not only make the UK a more attractive destination for AI companies, but also position it as a global leader in AI-driven healthcare, fintech, and public services. At the same time, by creating a more efficient and faster patenting process for AI-related inventions, the UK could remove a major bottleneck for innovation. This two-pronged approach, easy access to rich datasets and fast-tracked IP protection, could turn the UK into a magnet for AI startups and big tech firms alike. Then there is financial support. The UK government could offer greater R&D tax credits to companies investing in innovation. The government can't just hand out cash to AI startups, but it can offer R&D tax credits, grants, and regional development aid if they are generally available to any company engaged in qualifying R&D activities. These are all completely legal under WTO rules because they're available to everyone. And significantly, the government can even create special innovation hubs where AI companies get access to shared resources and support. Imagine a Silicon Valley, but with better tea. What's more, as the new Labour government implements its Invest 2035 scheme to encourage investment in high-growth sectors across various UK regions, it could target these hubs in poorer regions to stimulate local economies. That means the next AI breakthrough could come from Birmingham or Newcastle, possibly. And since these areas often qualify for special regional aid under WTO rules, it's a double win. Then there are also government contracts. The UK government spends over £1.3 trillion in expenditures every year, with over £300 billion being allocated to procurement. If the government positioned itself advantageously, it could use some of this spending to support UK-based AI firms. Instead of giving companies cash, the government can just become their biggest customer. For example, if the NHS needs AI tools for diagnostics, the government can choose a UK supplier. WTO rules require that this is done through a proper tender process. However, numerous projects could be framed as national security, like using AI for border control. Then the UK can choose any supplier it wants. Finally, if you want to get firms investing in AI, you've got to make it profitable. Businesses are driven by returns on investment, and without clear financial incentives, many will hesitate to adopt costly and untested AI systems. To overcome this barrier, the UK could offer tax relief for companies that adopt AI, such as allowing them to write off 100% of AI-related expenses in year one. And if that's not enough, the UK government could introduce reductions in employer national insurance contributions for firms hiring AI specialists. Following the recent NIC increase announced by the Labour government, the cost of employing high-salaried AI specialists has become even more burdensome for businesses. Since employers must now pay a larger percentage of salaries in NICs, reducing this obligation for firms hiring AI talent could significantly lower recruitment costs and incentivize the growth of AI-focused teams. The path to becoming the Silicon Valley of AI and robotics is undeniably ambitious, but it's not entirely beyond reach. The ideas mentioned here are just a few of the ways that the UK could make itself an attractive global hub for AI and robotics. From R&D tax credits and government procurement to fast-track visas and regulatory sandboxes. Yes, some of these moves will be controversial. Rivals may challenge them, and they may be politically unpopular at home. But with AI poised to transform economies, public services, and national security, Britain must position itself to lead. If the UK can act decisively, it might just secure its place as a global hub for AI innovation, and maybe even serve up a better cup of tea while it's at it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching.